everyone, welcome to a new video where I will present you a new painting. This painting is called Museum. It's a 40 by 40 square stretch canvas and I used acrylic paint. I don't know well about the classification of paintings, but I would call it an abstract painting and also kind of optically elusive painting. Because first thing off, I want to show you this painting. It's just an effect that I really love with it. It's just when you get it down, you have this kind of nice effect where everything's squeezed down and this little shape here, light shape, is toppled by the top, which looks like a roof, which looks like some impending doom going to crush it. Maybe I go too far, but anyway, this is one effect I like so much with this painting. This painting is interesting because it had a 3-step creation before I started painting it. The first step that I did was just designing the layout, and I designed the layout on my computer. I designed it for about 3 to 4 hours before I really get something that I was interested in. Second step was to create the colors, and it was kind of a long step, and I sort of got the color I needed, and some of them were easier to get than others. Probably this one was the easiest, of course. This is black. Well, you don't see it well, but there is some black there. And also the purple here that is presented, all these areas and here about, is also easy to get because this is just the original color. This purple I used is this Winsor and Newton Winsor Violet, not ultraviolet, but Winsor Violet. I am doing UV, you know. So this was this one. Depleted it. It's very flat. Then the most difficult to get were actually this color here. It was very difficult to get it. That it has this strong shine in it and the sharpness in the contrast of this color between all the others. Also this one was a bit difficult to get. This gray one was very easy to get. It's just using some black and white, and the black and white I use for this painting were the same brand, these ones, titanium white, and also the Mars black of the same brand, Winsor and Newton. I like this Mars black because it's very dark compared to the Ivory black, which I also like, but it has another atmosphere in it. And in the mixing of my colors, I also used this Winsor color, which is the lemon yellow, Winsor Newton lemon yellow. It's very runny painting compared to all the others. I also used, if I remember well, the cerulean blue that you see here from Winsor and Newton. And if I'm not mistaken, I also used some red. I think I used this Vallejo red, which is titanium red. It's either the Vallejo that I used or the Winsor Newton, but it's probably this one I used instead of the Winsor Newton because I don't have much of this. And I guess I also used this one. I didn't take note of what I took. It's also Vallejo. It's the tallow turquoise, and it's a nice little turquoise. When I was doing the color, I've noticed something. At least when I was painting, I noticed that the pure violet that I showed you from Winsor Newton is very difficult to apply. as I said many times, I am a beginner, and this might have been this difficulty to just apply this purple. I don't know if you see well, but here there is very big differences in the darkness of this violet. There is darker violets here around, and then in center is lighter. You have it a little bit here as well at the end, and darker in the middle. So it was very difficult to put. So this color, actually, I really had to put it in many layers. But anyway, I go back to the step. First step I did was making the design on the computer. I will probably show you the image at this point. Second step was then to prepare the colors that are here, still well conserved. I suppose so. I haven't tried since then, but I suppose they are still runny, and I can still use them for future painting if I want. And it's very neat because it's different little pots that I'm using, where I do mark the color in front of it, on top of it, where I also mark the colors of it, because on the original sketch I mark all the colors of that I used in this sketch, so I can reapply them easily on this painting. And then after I prepared all the colors, I started to sketch on the canvas itself, and I started really measuring. I took all the measures from the file I had created, and I transposed them to the painting, at least the canvas, and I use this kind of simple ruler with all the angles and parallel lines. Well, this one is completely wasted. It will be for a later video explaining why I did waste it. So I transpose everything. With just charcoal. Maybe I shouldn't have used charcoal because it's very hard to get off after that. It's kind of like very intimidating when you fill everything with charcoal. And after that I started painting, and I used one of my favorite masking tape. It's this masking tape, Tessa masking tapes. It's a blue one. I don't know what type is it. I don't have much anymore, but it's very useful, and it doesn't drip too much on because when you apply it can drip beneath the painting, which is not interesting, of course. So yes, I continue painting it. Started painting it, and it took me some time. I got insomnia from it. I didn't sleep for the night when I painted this art, and took me 7-8 hours, because as I am using a lot of masking tape, because my skills are not yet good to just trace very straight lines. I used a lot of masking tapes, and of course I had to wait that it's like drying and so on, and that will probably show you at the same time images of different steps I've been having with this painting, because I first started with most of the dark purple, not all of it, but most of it. Then I quickly, I think I worked with this one at some point. It was kind of difficult because this part is not very made. It wasn't made with masking tape. I did it by hand, which was not very easy. Also this little triangle that you don't really see well. I will try to see if you can see it better from near. I'm not very sure. I have to look later. But there, yeah, I think it's possible. There, it's possible to see the shadow of this over there. But I will check later when I edit the video. Make some comment in case. So yes, I loved making this painting. It gave also some chills, because sometimes the lines are not perfect, and I was like correcting all the time, and someone was there. I stopped correcting. It's okay how it is. You see it pretty well from far, so that's pretty good. And a lot of you might ask why I did this painting. Well, it was just some try on some conceptual painting with a lot of geometric shape, 3D effect, like this stacking, huge, how I can say that, huge tiles that can either be understood as overlying each other or just one right on top of it. Then there is these shapes there that just likes to travel behind some panels, in front of some panel, behind some panel, in front of some panel. And yeah, we hear this little shape. I don't exactly know why I did this shape, but it's there. So I'm pretty happy that it's there, because it gives some attention to the viewer that has them look there, and then you start to look around after that, and that's what I like. And also for information, this color on the edges, they are not the same as this one. This one is more orange looking, and these ones are more pink looking. They shouldn't have looked like that actually. It's one of the failed color I did, but at the end I liked it, so I just kept it as it is. So I put some shadow, not very much shadows effect, but I put some shadow effect. I'm not good enough at that yet. Here of the shadow of this geometric hovering form. I have some shadow there, you can see, and also some shadow there of the behind of the panel. It's just to help give this 3D effect that I tried to get. And what does it inspire me? Well, for me it's kind of a calming painting to look at, and there's not really any big philosophical detail behind it. Just like it made me think like visiting a museum with different paintings there on the side, and you just go through it and you just kind of disappear in it and lose yourself in it. And this shape there, that when you flip it over, I can do it like this now. When you flip it over, it's like it's storing you. It's like museums are so full of details and so full of adventure. I don't think I have much less to say, apart that I varnished it with this Vallejo satin varnish. In some other video you will probably hear I got some issue with this varnish, not with this painting, with another painting. So yeah, will not make it too long. So this was one of my latest painting, and it took me so long. Might have taken me like 15 hours to make the concept, to prepare the colors, to make the sketch and measure everything, and to paint it. Maybe even more than 15 hours, with breaks of course. And so this was my painting of today, which is called Museum, on a 40 by 40 centimeter canvas. And I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope to come back with you soon with new videos. And as always, I sell my art on Etsy. You will find the information in the description below. And I also started a TikTok. I should add this information as well later on my YouTube. Also, don't hesitate to visit my Instagram, my Twitter, and my Facebook account, where you get mostly the last information about my art, as well as TikTok. So, people, I wish all of you an excellent evening. There is one cat sleeping behind there on the sofa, so they also say to you goodbye, and also to hear Yoshi. So goodbye everyone, take care of you, stay safe, and be strong. Bye bye.